Hello, wonderful viewers. I welcome you back once again to this wonderful show, Measures of Life. And my name is Nadia. Today is just a recap of some topics we've done so far. And I have with me in the studio a very wonderful man. He has been with me day one. And today is exactly 3 months which we started this show, Measures of Life on Ruling IT. Exactly 3 months.
Nadia, a long time.
Long time.
How are you? I'm talking about your program. 3 months is not it's not it's not that long, but it's also a lot of hard work that we put into this program.
I must say a very thank you. Since day one, you've been with me. You've never rejected my cause before. May God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Today is just a recap of some topics we've done so far.
Okay.
And so let's go to our first topic, that is unemployment. We talked recently about unemployment. So can you say something about this topic?
Yeah, unemployment. When we talk about unemployment the other time, we made we made our opinions here, our suggestion to the government. We give ideas to what they can do in order for them to be able to create jobs for our youth, which is very, very important. And we also discussed certain areas that our youth were lacking. You remember I mentioned about creating, when we talk about creating of jobs, you have to, if you are not getting the jobs for them, then also try to set them up, get them training.
Okay.
Yes, give them technical training, and then give them some funds to be able, startup capital to be able, because the banks will never listen to them. So it is the duty of the government to be able to give them training, and after giving them the training, vocational training, after giving them the training, you should be able to set up funds that can set them up. That is one of the most important ways of helping the youth.
Okay, thank you. So let's move to our second topic. We also treated about COVID-19 and politics.
You mentioned that I'm now think it has occurred to me that I'm now a soothsayer, because you remember when you watch the video properly, you see that I made mention that it will come to a time that COVID-19 will not leave us.
Yes.
We'll become fed up with wearing the mask, and we will just decide to live like nothing is at stake. And it is happening now. COVID-19 is still around. Other countries are still closing, are still doing lockdown. But in Ghana here, wearing of masks has become a thing of the past. And I made mention it on that day that people will stop wearing the masks at some stage in Ghana, and it is happening.
It is happening.
Yes.
Because today, girl, when I was coming to the studio, the bus that I bought, I was looking around and nobody was in mask.
That's it.
Like, wow,
it doesn't
Ghana.
mean that.
In fact, Ghana, we are wonderful people.
That's it.
Alright, so our next topic was tenants and landlords.
Yes. It was my favorite topic.
Yes.
Because that was when we started talking about light bills before we even gave birth to Know Your Right as a power consumer. Remember we discussed about where tenants normally take light bills. They will not show you the bill. They will just come and tell you, hey master, they will knock your door. Master, they bring light bill. Your bill is 100 cedis. They will show you the bill. How you got the 100 cedis. They will show you. And they are using it to do business. They are using it to feed themselves. They are using it to take their children to school. That was why we talk about tenant and light bills. And you remember we also said that as a landlord you need to provide certain amenities to your tenant, like toilet and bath, electricity, and water and those things. We mentioned that as a landlord you should be able to provide those things. And I think we also even advise tenants that when you are going to a landlord's house, make sure you check the meter records, the meter in the house, the records of the meter before you enter that house.
Okay, so let's move to our next topic. You remember we talked about this topic, Hookup.
Yes.
Hookup.
Yes.
A very interesting topic.
Yeah, it was also one of our very interesting. You know, when we were starting up, these are
the topics
that were trending, and they really did well in both social media like Facebook and then YouTube. I was very impressed. And And hookup, we discussed about how the young guys or the youth today are not doing any proper jobs. They are into hookup. It simply means online prostitution, where people will hook up just by messaging each other or through online, and then they are practicing this on online, and it is just another name for what? Ashawo. Hookup is just another name for Ashawo. And you remember I made some critical point that these are people that normally they will go and live in a particular house where if you go there it is only them. All the ladies there are doing that business. They don't mix with people, decent houses. They normally have a place where they stay there. And young girls, you remember we talk about 14 years old girl, 15 years, they are all doing the same business. And it was very, very pathetic.
Yes, Mr. Adam. Yeah. So our next topic is the collapse of the Ghana movie industry. Because I really like this topic, because right now we are into it. Yes. So we have to resurrect it.
And it was very very impressive, because it was one of the, well, when we were coming with the double digits views, 1 digit view, to this video was what propelled us to where we are today, because it was one of the videos that was watched. Our time watch, our views and engagement were all was all impressive. Yeah. So the movie industry, we discussed about how the movie industry was collapsing at a faster rate. Yes. You see, something can be collapsing but it's going slow. But this one was collapsing like falling. I don't even know what to say. So we made mention that there are certain ways and means that we have to do in order to bring the movie industry back. And we mentioned like the media schools. You remember we mentioned GH Media. We mentioned other media schools that are doing very well. They have put the youth into productions like what IU did over there. And then they also the government is also trying to build what is the name? Government was also trying to put money into the industry and even form a board. So it was something that we discussed, and I think along the line everything will be okay.
And also you said we should give room to the upcoming ones.
Yes, that's it. I said we should give room to the upcoming ones. Those that don't have experience. And remember we did our audition here, and we only had these young and small people who came around. I was so happy that they took their time and they were trying to learn, and we are going to make sure that they will get what they want.
Sure. All right, let's move on. Let's move to the next topic. That is the hot meal issues that came up in our schools.
When I heard about this topic, it was very laughable, or it was very funny, because.
But is it still going on? The hot meal brutality?
I'm not sure, because the matter has died peacefully, and I've not heard anything about it, whether it's still ongoing or it has stopped. It was having a duration that you have to reach and expire. I don't know. But what I'm saying right now is that this was a topic that was so funny, because you go anything that is free. Remember I told you that anything that is free is not always the best. Yes, it's not always quality. And I also told you that these politicians normally give these jobs to their footful soldiers. So once they get the money, they want to utilize the money, and the one that is left small, they will prepare one sardine plus this and want to feed 1,000 students. That was why the students were complaining, and I think it was a good topic.
Yeah,
we discussed it very well.
So we are moving on to our next topic, that is, should pastors and traditional rulers indulge in politics?
Yes, I think this was a topic that made name in social media apps, especially United. We even have some likes from United TV, which was very credible. So what I'm saying now is that pastors and traditional rulers, we made it clear that they shouldn't participate in politics. Yes. We made mention. By then we already heard that this good man was already in it. But you remember we said that if you are a leader, if you are a church leader and you decide to go into politics, some of your members are also into other parties. So how do you reconcile this as a leader, at the same time as a politician. That was and the traditional rulers. I made mention that these people only collect. When you come, they will collect whatever. When you bring the envelope, they collect and say God will bless you. Then another party will come, they will collect and say God will bless you. This is what happened when we discuss about the pastors and the traditional rulers.
All right, Mr. Adams. Let's move on to the next topic. That is, we spoke about this bleaching creams in the market.
Yes. You know what? I think that we had a very, very good concept, and looking at all the topics that we have treated, you see, at some stage I was trying to say that was the bigger media stations were they sniffing around us, because anytime we put a topic, the following day I will see it on Joy News and UTV and the rest. I was like, why are they sniffing around us? We know we don't have the power that they have to the brand to be able to project it very well, but the little that we were able to project it, bigger TV stations and other people came for it, and now they were doing it as if they introduced it, but it was us. The idea came from us. The idea came from Golden Eye Television. So if Joy TV was showing about COVID-19 after I did my own at this place, Amasama Market, the following day Joy News was also doing a documentary about it, and I said, how come they have to pay me royalty? Because it came from me. It came from Golden Eye TV. That is it.
Okay. So we also spoke about food vendors and consumers.
Yes. I think this was a topic that didn't make sense at the long run. When I say it didn't make sense at the long run, it means that people don't care. If you tell people that, they will tell you that you're the one who put the money in my pocket.
Okay.
I'm eating what I can afford. So we discussed it. It was a very good topic. It was an educative topic and very, very interesting. So I was very pleased when we spoke about vendors and consumers. Remember me telling you that you go to the areas where people buy food, you see flies, you see what they want, but they will decorate the silver pan, wash it properly and come and put it. But if you go to where the engine room is, that is where they cook the food. The engine room is where they don't allow anybody to come in, because when you see it, you will take whatever it is to announce the whole world that please don't go here and eat, because what I saw there, only the devil can be happy at that place.
Okay, Mr. Adams, our last topic for today, that is the rural-urban migration.
I think it was one of our topics that got SEO on YouTube.
You go with
SEO, that search engine on YouTube recommendations. It was one of the most our popular videos that had YouTube recommendation, because it was a nice topic. A very brilliant topic that is internationally acclaimed, because anything that you talk about the children, the youth, the child, all these things comes from child labor, because most of these guys that are come, some of them too are children. So when we carry this topic, when we discuss about this topic here on YouTube recommended it a lot, and I was very, very impressed that rural urban migration was doing well on YouTube channel. So that is a plus.
Okay, Mr. Adams, you end today's show. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so viewers, as I told you, today is just a recap of all the topics we've done so far. Today is exactly 3 months since we started this show on Golden Eye TV. Exactly 3 months. So I'll take you through some of the questions, some of the topics we've done so far. And the first question I have here is unemployment. This unemployment topic, I think we came up with 2 episodes. We came with the first episode, and I promised we are going to come with the second episode, and we fulfilled that. So, and our second topic I have with me is COVID-19 and politics. You remember we talked about COVID-19 and politics. And also I have tenants and landlords, and also hookup business in the country, the collapse of the Ghana movie industry, and also the hot meal issue that came up in our schools recently. And the next one is should pastors and traditional rulers indulge in politics? And the next one is, why should you bleach your skin? Why should you bleach your skin? And then food vendors and consumers. The last but not the least I have here is rural-urban migration. We spoke about rural-urban migration. Thank you very much for your time so far. Thank you for your time, and I'm here to tell you that we appreciate every effort. Those that have been sharing our videos, those that have been subscribing, we appreciate. And please don't forget to put down your comments. Put down your comments so that if there is any correction that we need to make, so that we know and make those corrections. Thank you very much for today.